For those of you that don't know me, my name is Shane Ellison. I've got the privilege of working for the City of Gadsden. I work in the Mayor's office for Sherman Guyton, and we just want to welcome you all this evening. Thank you for taking the time out. I know there's about a half dozen things going on tonight in the City of Gadsden, and we're thankful that you chose to be with us. And hopefully you'll leave here and go down to Third Thursday on Broad Street. This will be going on for a while. I don't have much to say other than this is the this project's near and dear to my heart, because when I first came to work for the city, this was my first job working at the Kiwanis Pavilion, and it did not look like this. So I may want to come back up here. I'm not sure. Maybe I can have a second office. But we are thankful that you're here tonight. Hope you take time to walk around, look at all the pictures, because the pavilion is just kind of the crown jewel of all that we've done here. There's lots more to be seen. I'm going to turn it over to Councilman Ben Reed.
You're a wonderful person. He was so elegant, I found out I was going to be on the program about 5 minutes ago. Anything I say, just kind of hang with it. When I walked up outside, I saw those benches. And I said, oh no, they haven't done anything. Then I opened the door. And honestly, y'all, I saw the air conditioning, I saw the floor. The integrity of this building has been saved, but the improvements are unbelievable. And I want you to know that I appreciate it. I mean, a lot, I really do. I had a meeting here about 2 years ago. This many people showed up. You couldn't hear. The fan was running up here real loud. The sound system didn't work. We were about to burn up, and finally we just dismissed and left. It was kind of bad to say the least, but I want to thank some people for this. The mayor, the city council, the employees, Mr. Hudak, who did the work on this building. But I want to be honest with you, when it comes right down to it, the people who built this building or saw it come to fruition were y'all, the citizens, because people kept saying, let's improve the building. Let's do something up there to make us proud. And I think we've done that. So actually turn it back to y'all, and I applaud y'all for doing it. And just have a good time, enjoy yourself. Mayor, I know you've got a few words to say.
About 10 or 12 years ago, this park didn't look like it does now. Actually, back in those days, you had to pay $5 just to go down and see the water go over. And I always lived pretty much out by the city or on the mountain. And, you know, we used to walk up here, go swimming in some of the big rocks. And we started what got this going, Jack, to do a new building. And we had a list with them. And it was not very much money. And so we told them we wanted a lot more money. So they went in and did the park, the playground, and the equipment stuff too. So we had a good deal. But I just want to tell you a couple things, and I'll shut up. I'm really proud of everything we've done throughout the entire city, as well as District 7. And the council, they support our efforts. Anything we want to do, we get together here and talk it over. They're on board, and we go forward. And we appreciate the way the council works with us, I can tell you. The Parks and Recreation staff, engineering department, and other city employees in attendance have worked hard to make this project a success. Can any of you stand up and everybody say who does the work up here, please? No, nobody? Here we go. I was about to say we've saved some money. Anyway, a few of the projects that we've completed at the fall, we'll tell you where we're headed next. Restore every Pioneer Village, every building in the Pioneer Village, including the covered bridge and the paved walking paths. New electrical upgrades for Christmas at the Falls expansion of the Black Creek Trails. We now have, after that trail, the Runners Club and joggers and a lot of those. We've got about 13 trails up here. Every time we get a grant from the DECA, we can do another trail. And usually the Lions Club and the people that do that, jog and walk, they help build the trails to our employees. Building a suspension bridge to span Black Creek. It's not quite finished yet, so make sure to take a look at the pictures. It's really impressive. And last but not least, the reason we're here this evening, the completion of the Kiwanis Pavilion University. This will be a real showpiece to our community. We're not through yet. The next couple of weeks, you're going to see there'll be building a parking lot out front, which will also serve the playground. As it wraps up, we'll be starting a new botanical gardens inside the park, and then we'll have we'll be building a new parking lot for the War Memorial, which then will have a helicopter out there on display. This may be the busiest place in town for a while, and at this time, I'm going to turn it over to some very special people from the Art Association.
Well, you know how women are when they're trying to decide what to wear. I couldn't decide what to wear to the occasion this evening, so I decided to wear my shirt, which says, celebrating 60 years of art, and that's the Gadsden Art Association. One of the things that we did years ago in conjunction with the attic painters who were on the mountain and the Gadsden Art Association, which was downtown, was they sponsored an event that was an annual occasion. You may remember it if you're old enough. It was called Art on the Rocks. Well, guess what? Part of our 60-year celebration, the Gadsden Art Association is bringing back Art on the Rocks at the Falls. It will happen in 2019 on the first weekend in May. I have it written down, so I wouldn't forget. It'll be the first weekend in May, May the 4th and 5th, from 9 to 5. It will be an arts and crafts show. It will be inside the park. And so we're inviting all of you to spread the word that Art on the Rocks at the Falls is back. I want to introduce you to Tina Finley, who is the chairman of the steering committee, and I'll let Tina say a word or two that she didn't know she was going to have to say.
Yeah, I thought my day was over of stress at work, and so now I didn't know I was going to have to speak, so I'm not too sure what I'm saying. I do want to just thank y'all so much for allowing us to be here to make this announcement. We are so thrilled that the Art Association has proposed to bring this back. I know many of you probably came up here years ago and shopped and visited all the artists, and so we are just thrilled that it's going to be back. I'd like to take just a second. If you are a part of the Art Association, if you'll raise your hand or stand up. Y'all stand up, y'all don't care. They can't see you right there. This is not all of us. A lot of us couldn't come to other commitments and stuff tonight. So we are just super thrilled. Of course, I can't do this committee by myself, and so I have some super supporters. They got to be helping me to put this together. Miss Samantha Davis has actually created our logo. She's sitting here at the table with us. My husband, David Henley, is there with us tonight too, and Amy Ledbetter, who couldn't be here tonight. She's doing an art class. But we are just super, super excited. We do need your help to spread the word. We're putting our application together. We hope to have that on our Art Association website by the latest in mid-September, and that's artgadsden.com. And so please check us out. We've got information about the Art Association, and we'll have more information about the art show. So please do to share the word. And again, thank you so much for having us.
Let me say one last thing. Christina, thank you for all of your help in putting this together. Christina has been an outstanding representative to anyone who comes to the Falls to plan anything. She has just been really, in fact, she gave Tina and me a peek into this area when we were up here last week or so. We also had an opportunity to ride around the falls and see a number of the new things that have been added, the boardwalk, the baskets, everything just looks so festive and so wonderful. And I can attest that it's very comfortable in here, and the last time I was in here was not very comfortable, and you could not hear. And so it's really nice to have the addition of this wonderful facility. And thank you, Mayor and City Council, for all that you do, and for the wonderful staff that you have assembled here at Falls. Thank you so much. And by the way, if you want one of these shirts, I've got some in the car.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jen Wethington. I'm the Director for Parks and Recreation, and I just want to echo the welcome here and the excitement of this new building and at the Kiwanis Pavilion. At Parks and Recreation, Buffalo Falls Parks and Campground, we appreciate the support from our mayor, the council, and the residents of the city of Gadsden. This building is truly amazing, and we are so proud to be able to showcase our park, your park, to our visitors, our residents, and everyone else that comes around. To me, Buffalo Falls is where memories are made, families gather, and visitors from not only the states but worldwide come to see Gadsden. This place starts with a train, a waterfall, a campground, cabins. We have so many events like Christmas at Falls, Barbarian, and Smoke Tunnel Falls, and this is just one of the many highlights that we can showcase. The City of Gadsden Parks and Recreation has grown in numbers that we serve daily, and we're proud to have such great facilities to highlight our home. And we appreciate everything y'all do, and we hope you enjoy our building, your building. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Christina Richardson. I am the supervisor here at the park. And I again want to welcome you. Everybody that has mostly worked for the city, and they welcomed you, but this is my home. This is where I hope to spend another 20 years, hoping to improve this park for, as Ben Reed said, our citizens. This is your park. I want to thank the mayor and the council and Shane and the engineering department for all their hard work and all of our improvements. We are very thankful for this building. It looks great. But there has been so much done, and a lot of these photos feature the upgrades that have been done. I also want to thank my staff. They have worked so hard to get this building ready for tonight. We got to move in last Friday about 1 p.m., kind of around the construction crews. And by Saturday, this building was hosting a family reunion. So they worked very hard to get this building ready, and the power room, which was our office for 7 months during this remodel. Both of those were hosting events on Saturday. So they have really worked tirelessly to make this happen. And the landscaping staff has worked really hard to get the outside ready. As I call our event staff, our ladies that do most of the Christmas lights, they did all these flower arrangements. They were cut from the park, City Hall, and other city properties to make these beautiful flower arrangements. So they were made right here by our staff. So we have some very talented staff and some very dedicated, hardworking staff that really truly loves this park, and I'm thankful for them. Jen Wethington, our director, super supportive. If we need anything, she's right there to help us, and I'm thankful for that. I also want to point out an extra few features of the building. If you haven't had a chance to tour around, please do so. When I finish up, and I promise I'm going to keep it short. But there's a conference room right down this hallway here. It'll seat 10 people around the conference table. There's a TV and a coffee bar. Make sure you check it out. If you ever need a place for a nice, small, intimate meeting, I think it's a great place to do that. This room also, as you saw when you came in, the big screen, we now hope to host some more corporate meetings in this building. Right now it's mostly family reunions, so we would love to see this become a meeting place. So if you know of someone that may be looking for something, please send them our way. The other guys have talked about a few of our remodels and revitalization of the Pioneer Village. One that is not complete yet, but in the works, is the suspension bridge in the gorge. It's a little bit of a hike to see it in person. There's a photo here to my left. Make sure you check it out. That photo was taken just last week, so that's about the stage it's at right now. But we expect it to be done in about another month. So that's going to be a great addition to our park and our hiking trails. There will be a map that shows you how to get there. So that just adds to what we already have with the plus 13 miles of the Black Creek trails. And I want to thank the Gadsden Runners and NEVA for really helping us get those trails to where they are today. And we have more land around them, so we're going to continue to add to those trails. All of these improvements not only bring people here on a daily basis, but help us to increase attendance at events. And several of our annual events have really seen a jump in attendance. The Barbarian Challenge, the car show, the Halloween Bash is one that has really grown in the last few years. Christmas at the Falls, we see over 80,000 visitors in a 35-day time period, which seems pretty crazy, and it is. If you live on the mountain, you know what I'm talking about. You see the traffic and the parking. Yes, it's crazy. But Christmas at the Falls allows us to do a lot of our improvement projects here at the park. So that is an event that, please, if you want to support the falls, tell people to come to Christmas at the Falls, because that event directly helps fund projects here at the park. Some future projects that we are hoping to get going, Art on the Rocks. We're so excited. Me and some of my staff have actually been talking about that for a couple of years, and trying to bring it back ourselves. And then Tina called me a few months ago, unknowing that we wanted to do it, and I about jumped out of my chair. I was so excited. I said, yes, let's do it. So we're really excited to bring that back next year. We have a new workshop building in the park. There's also a photo of it here somewhere. It was an existing building, and we remodeled it. So we're actually going to start doing some educational classes in that building. More than likely, they're going to be the fourth Saturday of every month. So I have spoke with the Art Association to do a class. We have a beekeeper that's going to come and do a class. So if you don't currently follow us on Facebook, please do. We will be posting information about those classes there. I think that'll be a great addition to just bring in some of our citizens, give them something new to do here at the park on a regular basis. There's also going to be another event, we hope, cross our fingers, that's going to be very dramatic. And that's about all the details I can give you right now until that's finalized. But stay tuned, you will not want to miss that one. But we want to keep moving this park forward. Like I said, we are very thankful for all we have. The mayor said that this is probably the most visited place in the city. Our citizens visit this place daily. The Black Creek trails are used daily by a ton of our citizens, and those people are very passionate. So myself, along with some of our passionate community members, have been brainstorming on what more can we do. So that leads us to the Friends of the Falls Foundation. This will be a foundation that has goals of fundraising and volunteering. The Friends of the Falls has actually already planned its first fundraiser, and we don't even have a foundation yet, but it's coming, and this is going to help us fund the start of that foundation. On September 8th, NEVA, the Gadsden Runners, and the Black Squirrel Events has put together a Delacaline. It will be a bike and run event that will take place on the Black Creek trails. You should see flyers and information about that coming out in the next week. But if you're not a runner, not a biker, if you want to support the foundation, get with me, let me know. We'd love to have you as a volunteer. If you would like to be a part of this foundation, the forming of this foundation, we are going to be having another meeting here in this room on September 24th. That's a Monday at 6 p.m. To discuss more details of, we've got to form a board, we've got to get bylaws, etc. This foundation will allow us to do more. I know the council and the mayor is going to continue to support us. Christmas at the Falls is going to continue to support this park, but we want to give the citizens what they want. And so this allows us to do that quicker through the foundation and raising money. If you're unable to attend on the 24th, or if you would like more information before then, or a reminder email, Please make sure you sign the sign-in board in the foyer. I think most of you did that when you came in. But give us your email address. We also intend to start a newsletter at the park, probably quarterly to start with. So that would be a way for you to get information about the park and what events are coming up. So thank you all again for coming. I'm ecstatic about the crowd tonight. Please tour through the building, enjoy some refreshments before you go, and again, thank you.
We need to, did you like the food? The beautiful Rainbow Catering Company did all the food. If all of you work there as part of that, hold your hand up, everybody can see. Let's give them a Save the best for last. The person who laid all this out knows how to do it. Our own architect is Pat Sherman.